Hello children and welcome to today's session. We are going to learn about a very interesting thing. There are so many things that we keep doing all day long. We get up from the bed, we lie down on the bed, we pick up a toothbrush, we brush our teeth, we wash our face by splashing a lot of water on it. We take a bath, we eat our food. There's so many movements that we keep doing. Even when you look outside the window, there's so many things that are happening. Somebody is driving a car, somebody is pushing a rickshaw, somebody is riding a bicycle. So there's so many things that are happening together in our environment. What is it that makes all these things happen? There are three basic principles that are always functioning around us, whether we realize or we do not realize. And these three things are force, work, and energy. Let's talk about each one of them one by one. Force. Force is actually the push or the pull that we exert to do anything. So, for example, you push your table away, you pull out your chair, you push in your chair, you pull out your drawers, you push your football, you push your cricket ball using a cricket bat. So, all the activities that you are doing involve a push or a pull. Let us take other examples from the book itself. As you can see in the first picture, this man is pulling a cart. He is using force. This child is pushing a table. So, he is also applying force. So, force is a push or pull. Now, what does this push or pull help in doing? इस push और pull से बहुत मज़ेदार काम होते हैं. You can open a door. You can change the direction of a ball, of an object. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपने कभी फुटबॉल मैच देखा हो तो जब फुटबॉलर फुटबॉल को किक करता है तो वो दूसरी डायरेक्शन में चल पड़ती है. समटाइम्स जब बॉल वहीं खड़ी होती है और फुटबॉलर उसको किक करता है तो वो मोशन में आ जाती है. सो वी कैन से दैट फोर्स की वजह से एन ऑब्जेक्ट कम्स इन मोशन. फोर्स ऑल्सो चेंजेस द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट. हम सब ने बचपन में क्ले के साथ खेला है एंड वी नो दैट यू कैन चेंज द शेप ऑफ क्ले बाय अप्लाइंग force on it. In a similar way, when your mama makes chapatis, she changes the shape of the dough by making it into balls. A force can stop a moving object. So, एक moving swing को आप force की वजह से रोक सकते हैं. तो क्या क्या सीखा हमने? हमने सीखा that a force can put an object in motion, it can change the direction of an object, it can stop a moving object, and it can change the shape of an object. इन सारी चीज़ों के पीछे क्या होती है? Force. Let us now understand the types of forces and their effect. जो दो मेन फोर्सेस हमारे आसपास हमेशा एक्ट करती हैं वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं समझने के लिए. आप जहां पे भी बैठे हैं यू मस्ट बी हैविंग एन इरेजर इन योर हैंड. जरा उसको उछालिए तो सही. ओके, अब वो वापस आपके पास आ गया है. व्हाई डू यू थिंक दैट हैपेंड? हमने जो इरेजर ऊपर भेजा था वो ऊपर ही क्यों नहीं रहा? व्हाई डिड इट कम डाउन? दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी. ग्रेविटी का काम क्या होता है? टू पुल डाउन एवरीथिंग दैट गोज अप. Whenever you are playing ball in the field, the ball when it is pushed upwards always comes down. This is because the gravity pulls it down. As you can see in the picture, पेड़ से हमेशा फल नीचे की तरफ गिरते हैं. The second very interesting force is frictional force. फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स को एक्सप्लेन करने का सबसे आसान तरीका क्या है? एक बॉल लीजिए, उसको फ्लोर के ऊपर रोल कीजिए. कुछ टाइम के बाद वो बॉल अपने आप रुक जाएगी. व्हाई डू यू थिंक दिस हैपेंस? दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ फ्रिक्शन फोर्स. अब फ्रिक्शन फोर्स है क्या? एज यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्चर, दिस मैन इज ट्राइंग टू पुश अ बॉक्स अलोंग द फ्लोर. दो चीजें, बॉक्स और फ्लोर. जब बॉक्स फ्लोर के ऊपर चल रहा है तो बॉक्स और फ्लोर के बीच में एक फोर्स काम कर रही है जिसका नाम है फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स। फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स की वजह से बॉक्स रुक रहा है, तभी इस आदमी को बार बार उसको धक्का देना पड़ रहा है। So frictional force is a force that acts between two objects when they are moving against each other. और फ्रिक्शन का बेनिफिट क्या होता है? फ्रिक्शन का बेनिफिट ये होता है that it helps in stopping motion. Also, it is important for us to understand that if there is no friction, तो कोई भी चीज जो चलना शुरू हुई है, it will never stop. It will always keep on moving. फोर्स की वजह से चीजें अपनी जगह से हिलती हैं, चीजों की शेप चेंज होती है। What is all this called? This is called work. Now let us understand the principle of work. Work is said to be done only if an object changes its position when force is applied on it. Let us understand with a few examples. Work is done when you are carrying your school bag, when you're pulling a chair, even when you are walking. But no work will be done if you're pushing a wall or if you are pushing a stationary object. So work is done only when there is a change in position of an object. Now, there are many simple machines that have been developed to make our everyday work easy. Let us read about them one by one. The first simple machine that we are going to learn about is something which is very common that you have seen in everyday life. एक bottle opener. Bottle opener में क्या होता है? एक rod होती है और उसके आगे बॉटल को कनेक्ट करने के लिए एक हुक दिया होता है जिससे बॉटल का कवर निकल जाता है. This is a simple machine. This machine is known as lever. Similarly, a nut cracker, an ice tongs, and even a pair of scissors are called lever. Lever helps us to move heavy objects or to open tins, etc. They even help us in cutting, as in case of scissor. अब आते हैं दूसरी सिंपल मशीन के ऊपर जिसे हम बोलते हैं पुली. I am sure we all know of the wheel and the pulley example that is used in a well. एक ग्रूव्ड व्हील के ऊपर एक रस्सी के साथ ऑब्जेक्ट को खींचा जाता है. This is called a pulley. So pulley is also a simple machine. उससे क्या हेल्प होती है? It helps us to lift heavy objects. The next type of simple machine is wheel and axle. इसका डेली लाइफ से अगर मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल दूं तो ममा जब खाना बनाती है, चपाती बनाने के लिए she uses a rolling pin which is also called a बेलन. बेलन के अंदर there is a wheel in the center and there are rods to hold it. You hold the rods and you press the wheel. So these rods are known as axle. In cases of factories and industries, a wheel and axle together help you to lift heavy weights. Now let us consider an example जहाँ आप सड़क से, हाईवे से होते हुए किसी दूसरे शहर जा रहे हैं. I am sure you would have noticed huge trucks जिनके ऊपर बहुत सारी cars loaded होती हैं. Have you ever wondered कि इतनी भारी कार इस ट्रक के ऊपर चढ़ी कैसे? This is done using an inclined plane. An inclined plane is nothing but a plane that is held at an angle. इसके ऊपर से heavy objects को roll करके बड़े आराम से ले जाया जा सकता है. Inclined planes help us by loading heavy objects into trucks and trollers by pushing them over the inclined plane. Now, when you put two inclined planes together like this, you get a very sharp edge. This type of machine is known as a wedge. A wedge is majorly used to create space between a heavy object, to maintain a cut between a heavy object like a log of wood. The last important kind of simple machine is known as a screw. आपने अपने घर में देखा होगा कि एक screw is basically a long thing which has got grooves around it. उसके एंड के अंदर हम स्क्रू ड्राइवर लगाते हैं और स्क्रू ड्राइवर उसको घुमाते हुए वॉल या किसी भी चीज के अंदर ले जाता है. स्क्रू का फंक्शन क्या होता है? अ स्क्रू हेल्प्स टू कीप टू थिंग्स tightly bound together. It does not allow them to move away. अभी तक हमने बात करी फोर्स की. फोर्स की वजह से क्या होता है? We are able to do some work. और वर्क करने के लिए हमें हमेशा चाहिए होती है एनर्जी. आई थिंक वी ऑल रिमेंबर द बेसिक फंक्शन ऑफ फूड. इट गिव्स एनर्जी टू डू वर्क. तो साइंस में व्हाट इज एनर्जी? एनर्जी इज बेसिकली द एबिलिटी टू डू वर्क. Now, energy exists in many different forms. Let us understand these forms one by one. There is heat energy, there is light energy, there is sound energy, and then there is chemical energy. So, we all know that sunlight is a major source of energy for all of us. How? Because plants absorb the sunlight, they make their own food, and we consume the plants. Even the animals consume the plants. So this solar energy becomes a source of energy for all of us. Water gives us a lot of energy in the form of mechanical energy. Atoms break down to give atomic energy. The energy of very, very fast moving wind is called wind energy. Now, all these forms of energy have got varied uses in our daily life. It is also important for us to understand that we can convert one form of energy into another form of energy. So, for example, when you switch on an electric light, the electricity is converted into light energy. When you switch on a heater, the electrical energy is converted into heat energy. In the same way, energy is there all around us. So in this chapter, we have learned three main things. We've learned about force, which is a push or a pull. We have learned about work, that work is done when force is applied and an object changes its direction. We have learned about energy, which is the ability to do work. Thank you so much.